fire them up all at once, and then you could have like
It just won't move.
it just won't move, but it'll be shooting fire out of it.
It's true. It will be.
What did you make that for?
I was just on the show. I was watching some. There's a stream that I watch where they make art because I really like their stuff. And the one guy is the art editor on my book, and he likes to make robots. And he made a turtle with a mace like that, and then it just kind of hit me in the head. I was just like, "Hey, what about a morning star with just rockets all over that motherfucker?" And he's like, "Well, how would it go? Like, how would the rockets go?" I was like, "Dude, it's attuned to your brain, obviously."
Yeah, it knows.
Obviously,
it knows which way you're
swinging. It knows which way you're going to swing before you even swing it. And he's like, "Oh, okay."
How dare you ask me that question?
It's like, it's a robot. Obviously, we can have some leeway with the rules.
Right?
Here.
Yeah,
it's a robot brain.
Turtle. No, it's just implants in your brain or whatever.
Oh,
is his turtle thing? Is his turtle thing based on Gamera?
It looked a lot like Gamera.
That's cool.
But like an armor, it was like it was like Mecha Gamera, kind of.
Mecha Gamera.
His robots are pretty cool. He just did a Kickstarter.
Mecha Gamera is friend to children? ?
He's not friend to children.
He's not friend to children.
He's friend to the elderly. Be opposite of Gamera. I don't know.
You have to have plastic parts. Only the elderly with hip replacements.
That's right.
So he knows you can't be 100% human.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I saw the dumb. I don't know if I'll bring this up on the show, but I saw one of the dumbest articles that said Pedro Pascal talks about the most difficult part of playing the Mandalorian, and I was incredibly disappointed with the results.
What was the answer?
That he's got to fucking wear a mask and not be able to see his face. And,
I don't think he's in it as much
I don't
as
think
we
he's
think
in
he
it.
is.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Especially with
COVID and shit.
With
no way.
It's like we already heard that.
There's no reason for him to be like an actor on set.
Nope. He's voice actor right now.
He's a voice actor. Yeah, I don't buy it. You should bring it up.
Okay. You should bring it up. And guess what? You just did, because we are live.
We didn't even do like an intro or anything.
You swindled us.
You swindled you. The Scum and Villainy crew just got swindled by Blazing D, the Sith Lord. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mando Monologues. That was us. That's what we do basically before I hit the live button. And I knew I couldn't get them to stop, so I just said, fuck it. We're going to shoot. We shoot fucking fast and loose around here, baby.
From the hip, baby.
I do
like
that
mostly Cantina.
I get yelled at by Phil for not letting them know that we're live because they might say something terrible.
Well, I was waiting on you
to say something terrible.
It would have been like, yes, and we are live.
Send that to your job.
Wow, what's going on, everybody? We are going to be discussing episode 5 of season 2 of The Mandalorian. But pretty damn good episode.
Oh yeah. It's the one we've been waiting for.
So I thought they said that Rosario Dawson wasn't going to be Ahsoka. Was that like a red herring?
Yeah.
No, she's going to be.
Okay.
Which, I mean, they're going to be doing a series. Like, she's getting her own Disney Plus show.
Are we sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked.
Again, well, I think
this
be
episode
confirms it because she's going to be hunting. Spoiler alert: Thrawn,
Grand Admiral Thrawn to you.
Yeah, that was, dude. I was waiting for her to say Moff Gideon. Yeah, just waiting because I knew it's who she was looking for, right? And when she said fucking Thrawn, I like a little poo. Like if this was my butthole, a little poo went like that. Loose. Like I sucked it back in before it fell straight out.
Just turtling.
Turtle head hard.
Big turtle.
Like I was like, oh, Thrawn. Oh, ooh. That was close.
I was not expecting that. And you know who else wasn't expecting that? Timothy Zahn, the creator of Thrawn. He's like, yeah. He's like, I had no idea. They didn't tell me they had plans for it.
Oh, really?
He's like, I just write the books. I'm like,
no shit.
Yeah, he had no idea. I mean, allegedly.
Wow.
I take all this stuff with a grain of salt. Like,
sure.
You know, people look to him like he's the grand master of, you know, the old expanded universe or whatever, that he's got like personal dominion over these characters.
Right.
But, like he doesn't. He just really got lucky enough to have the opportunity to write, you know, one of the earlier Star Wars expanded universe novels, and it was fucking great.
Right.
And they're like, well, Thrawn is your character, right? And he's like, He's like, I'm just coincidentally the only one who's ever wrote him. Like,
right.
Anybody else could have taken a piece, but you know, they're like, no, we need to leave it in his hands.
So he wasn't in canon, and then they added him to canon.
Well, before Mandalorian, he was in canon because they did.
I know he was in not Rebels, but
well, he was in Rebels.
He was in Rebels.
Okay.
He showed up in Rebels, but before he was in Rebels, they commissioned Zahn to do a new trilogy of Thrawn books, which are all pretty sweet.
Okay. I've heard they're good.
Now Marvel did
an adaptation of them.
An adaptation of the novels.
Yeah.
So my question was, so now the novels are canon.
They're new novels.
An adaptation of the new novels.
Yes, because they also did an adaptation of the old novels.
Recently?
No. This would have been when they was still Dark Horse.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Yeah. So this episode, you know, we all been waiting for this one, right?
Big time.
Which I thought inappropriately titled The Jedi.
Yep.
Because technically she's not.
She ain't no Jedi.
It's true.
She's no Jedi. But anyway,
he's looking for a Jedi, so to him she's a Jedi.
Yeah. Sure.
And they talk about Jedi a lot.
And
they do.
He was asked to be put in the direction of a Jedi, and that's where Bo-Katan sent him. Sure. So, you know, he doesn't know the fucking difference. No, and she's pretty badass. And I have to say, that opening scene with her in the forest with the fucking fog and the dual lightsabers, I was like, this is the shit. Like how she would disappear and come. Oh, dude, I fucking loved it.
Reappear and then just disappear into the fog again.
People scream, you know, like
she's like Batman.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Batman with
big
laser
nerd,
swords.
Travis.
Oh my god,
wicked! She's so Batman.
I was waiting for her to go, swear to me. I'd be like, yeah.
Where is Moth Martha?
Moth Martha.
But no, fucking great intro, man. What a way to introduce that character. And, you know, of course, we're huge Star Wars fans. We know who she is, but there was a fucking shit ton of people that have no idea. I got like 3 text messages on Saturday going, hey, who's this chick? You know what I mean? So a lot of people didn't know who she was. So really good introduction.
I have no idea how your average run-of-the-mill, I just watched the movies, Star Wars fans enjoy the show at all at this point.
Yeah.
I've got some buddies that are like, man, what do you think about the Mandalorian? And I'm like, I fucking love it. And they're like, really? Like, they're not with it, you know. And they are that. You know,
do they like
knows
the new
term filthy
no?
casuals. We call them filthy casuals.
Do they? If they like Rise of Skywalker, then that's the tell.
Yeah, no, 2 of these guys hated the new trilogy because of how Luke was treated, basically.
Okay,
which is fucking totally legit.
Sure.
But it's funny because after talking with them for 5 minutes about, oh my god, dude, this Jedi, blah blah blah, they're like, really? Like I'm gonna have to watch this fucking cartoon, I guess. And I'm like, yeah, watch the fucking cartoons, man. They're fucking great, you know, especially if you're Star Wars fans.
Sure.
Some of them are a little dooky because, you know,
it's
cartoon kids, shit like that. But a lot of them are really, really entertaining.
Yeah. Well, so there's an internet show that I love, Red Letter Media on YouTube. And they usually have a little series where they just sort of talk about random shit every once in a while. And they talked about Mandalorian, and their entire crew is tired of the new Star Wars stuff. Like, they hate the new movies. They did not like Solo. They were on Rogue One. Like, they just don't. The only thing they like are the originals.
Mm-hmm.
They have a really great series where they spend over an hour and a half shitting on the prequels. Like, each one has like its own separate thing where it's a guy who like murders prostitutes in his basement or something. But so they were talking about
Mr. Plinkett on this program.
Mr. Plinkett.
Where's the pizza rolls?
Where's the pizza rolls? I'll mail you a pizza roll.
Fucking pizza rolls.
So when they were talking about Mandalorian, they were talking about it was a breath of fresh air because it's not beating you over the head with fan service, and it is like a Western, and it's a much simpler tale, which they've been wanting. They were hoping for Solo that it was like, a story, like a side story that shows a different part of the way the universe works that it does normally. But it didn't really do that because it was still too tied into like the main canon. But with Mandalorian, they were really liking it because of that. It's sort of showing this other side that really doesn't have two. I mean, it's loosely tied, but it's still kind of its own separate thing. They haven't talked. They do a end of season talk, so they don't do like episode by episode or anything like that. So I don't know how they'll feel about this season because they were really hoping to never have the Space Wizards back. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm. And there was a lot of people that were like that for me too. You know, like, I hope there's no Jedis. I don't want to see any Jedis. I'm sick of Jedis, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
Jedis
really?
they're the best part of the franchise.
Best part of the franchise. I totally agree.
The Jedis as like what they do are cool, but Jedis as characters for the most part are kind of bland the way that like George Lucas imagines them. Like Luke Skywalker is cool. Yoda is cool. Ben Kenobi's cool. But like, if you look at the prequels, the way Jedi are supposed to be, which is like as milquetoast can. If you ever played the games, if you do anything that's even remotely not boring, you get dark side points because you loved somebody or you had emotion. So
I mean,
Jedi can be boring. That's why I always like Gray Jedi the best because they're like, I don't fucking care. I just do what I want. It's like all good.
So to that point, I actually had that wrote down. You know, there was not just you. I think you had said on our previous show about, well, like she's Gray Jedi now, right? You know, and I think, you know, which I know Filoni has said a few different times in interviews that, you know, he really hates when people talk about the Gray Jedi because he's like they don't exist. Like there is no Gray Jedi, which I know, right?
Wow.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about because
I mean it makes sense from the philosophy of the Force is that there's. Like, if you look at it where there is a light side of the Force and a dark side of the Force, there's not an entity that's in between. So, like,
but what about the Book of Wills, though? The Book of Wills was about the Gray Jedi embrace the balance of the Force, so they did use emotion.
But is it canon?
Right. Well, but the idea of Star Wars as a whole, it's a battle of good versus evil, and when you have I mean, you and I were like, who's one of the coolest bad guys to ever exist in comic books? Magneto? Like, he kind of treads the line between good guy and bad guy. I mean, he's mostly bad guy. But, like, there's some things, you know, like Doctor Doom and stuff like that. You love characters that walk the line because you're like, they could go either way. Like,
or not, like, be held to a certain, like, rule set where it's just, they can't do it because...
Well, I mean, in perfect Dennis terms, it's the complications you get when you have to break character alignment. Sometimes it's easier than others, but if you're playing like a paladin, there's severe consequences to doing that.
Yeah.
Right.
You know? But it's also with characters in Star Wars, like there's nothing that Obi-Wan Kenobi does that really surprises you.
Right.
Like maybe cuts off Anakin's limbs. Like that would be like, all right, I didn't expect him to like completely dismember his best friend who's turned evil. But like all his motivations for the good of the Senate, for the good of the Jedi Order, like that's all believable stuff. Same thing with the bad guys. Like Palpatine will just do whatever he wants. You know, I like a character like Ahsoka because she walks that line, but she doesn't really though.
Yeah, she's mostly on one side, and she just sort of dips her toes in the other side a little bit. Barely.
She was marking those fools in the beginning.
Yeah. Jedi merc fools.
But they were all terrible people.
She wasn't putting them in sleeper holds. They were eating fucking laser swords.
All right. Yeah.
So, I mean,
you got me there.
You know, I mean, you know, I mean, I don't think she is walking her own path. She walked away from the Jedi Order because of the hypocrisy. Mm-hmm. So she's like, you know what? Fuck y'all, bitches. I'm out. I'm going to do my own thing. And I'm already jacked in badass. So I'm going to do whatever, whatever her past taking her. Now, she's still doing good shit, right? She's liberating the city. She's still looking for Thrawn, which I think leads back to the search for Ezra. Is that right?
Yeah, Ezra.
So I think, that's all tying in. But now, like, okay, like, so far as, like, Mace Windu, I have a book, man. Like, remember I was telling you I was cleaning out my comic book room? I found all this fucking cool shit. So I found this book of Jedi and Sith, okay? It's like a fucking, like a big-ass thick book. Yeah. And it talks about, the Gray Jedi are in it. And it talks about how Mace Windu's lightsaber style, I forget what is it?
Vapod.
Okay. It borders on the dark side because it's so aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, he can't get too immersed in his lightsaber form or the motherfucker's going to dip into the dark side. You know what I'm saying? Which is fucking awesome. Like, I think that's a very cool idea. Like, I'm reading it and I'm going, oh, dude, that's dope, you know?
Yo, you want to know another cool bit of trivia about that?
Yes.
He taught it to his apprentice, who is Depa Billaba, who you might know from the Kanan comics,
right,
as his master. So he's like Kanan Jarrus's grandmaster or grandfather, you know, in the Jedi.
Wow.
And then Kanan trained Ezra. So who knows? Like maybe Vapod has somehow survived going down from Padawan to Padawan over 4 generations of training.
Wow. Yeah, that's fucking cool as shit.
Right? You never know.
See, it's why we got Casey. We still figuring out why we have Dennis on the show, but that's exactly why we have Casey.
I don't know why.
I don't know why.
I don't know.
All right, so let's get further in this episode. Like I said, we could fucking dive down rabbit holes all goddamn day, and then we usually do.
Yep.
I don't even remember what happens.
We were talking about how badass Ahsoka was Batmaning around.
Yeah.
And I should point out her showdown when she first rolls into the city, you know, after the meeting between the two of them, which we probably need to get to, but it's an homage to Yojimbo, which is that really cool Toshiro Mifune samurai movie where it's basically one man against a town.
Yeah. Which lends right into a lot of these episodes. I always feel like these episodes are like, remind me of Kung Fu. Yeah. Like, you know, man, walk the earth, baby. Into the adventures. You know what I mean? The Lone Wolf and Cub series, it's just about every episode's reminiscent of some Lone Wolf and Cub story for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to get to which I thought Michael Behan's character was totally fucking wasted.
I was gonna say, I was like, is this the guy from Terminator?
Yeah, that's Kyle Reese.
I was gonna say, this looks like Kyle Reese. And then when he started talking, I was like, sounds a lot like Kyle Reese. He just looks real old.
Yeah, I mean,
he barely did anything in the
really
episode.
wanting him to be a better supporting character
other than him getting murked at the end, which I saw coming. I was just
fucking who didn't see that shit coming?
I was just like,
I do kind of like the idea that he's like still loyal, but he's also like, so which side do you think is gonna win? And
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You know, I love a henchman that could like give or take his job. It's like, dude, I'm just doing this for the dental. Like, I don't need this.
Sure. So we got to talk about it because I can't believe we're damn near 20 minutes in and we haven't said it yet. We find out Baby Yoda's name.
It's true, we do.
Yeah.
Grogu.
Little baby Grogu.
And it like perks up every time he says his name.
He's like a little cat.
Yeah.
I was like, Leia, like, you know, I'm like, Leia. She'd be like, what? You know, I'm like, nothing. Just want to see if you would look.
I love you, dog.
Okay, so getting back to, we can kind of spin that into what we were talking about just a minute ago about the Gray Jedi. I don't feel like she is, I don't feel like she's gray as far as this version goes.
Yeah.
Because she wouldn't train him.
Yeah.
Because of his attachment to Din Djarin. So it tells me that she's not following that gray path because I don't feel like a Gray Jedi attachment and love for something is a good thing to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think, you know, and I was actually, we talked about this. We kind of seen that coming.
Yeah, she has a very special outlook on that because of Anakin.
You might say it's a personal thing.
Yeah,
for sure.
Very personal
for sure. No doubt. Well, she even says that. She said, I've seen what this can do.
Yeah.
You know? So
I just imagine like other people like looking at this who like know and they're like, oh, it's Anakin. She's talking about it. We love Anakin.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, as far as the show goes, we knew he wasn't like gonna Ahsoka wasn't going to just run off with Grogu and we were never going to see him again. Like, that's not how that's going to work with the show.
I could have bought it. I would have been so ready that they pass him as the spin-off football.
I mean, it worked. I don't know what you do with the Mandalorian then because he kind of needs that.
Just have a badass loner going around the universe, like.
I mean, I guess it would. I think it would get old.
Kung Fu.
I think we
would it?
Right.
Would you get tired of the Mando going
would
around?
you stop watching
people?
the show if Baby Yoda was
would
no
you
longer?
Really get tired? Do you remember the Prison Break episode?
I wouldn't stop.
Just have that every week.
I don't know. I mean, you have to be good still. I mean,
well, sure. You
need that. I still think you can do. It's like Supernatural, right? It would do Monster of the Week. Yeah. But it always had a larger story arc that it played with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just to get back to Grogu, she said that, he was kept away, hidden, Order 66 happens. Mm-hmm. Who do we think, like, how in his memory got dark? That's what she says. So Grogu don't know who saved him even. Any guesses
on who saved Grogu?
Yeah,
probably a no name. I'm gonna guess it's not even a Jedi, because if it was a Jedi, it'd probably still be around with Grogu.
I got your answer right here.
Hold on.
Why'd you point?
I bet we have the same one.
Is it Quinlan Voss?
Oh no, Quinlan Voss. That's a good one.
Quinlan Voss. He's he's a canon. He's He's a Jedi. He's got like tan skin, black hair, kind of like dreads almost.
He was a double agent though, right?
What?
He was the double agent.
Yeah, he was for a while.
So he's kind of like a spy.
Yeah.
So, but I think at this time that Grogu was in the temple, he would have been
doing stuff,
sifting it up.
You might be right.
You know what I mean?
You might be right.
You want to hear mine?
I like the idea of using him because he's one of the more like prolific Jedi masters.
Hell yeah.
And we know he survived the Purge.
He's badass.
He's totally badass.
He looks badass. He is badass. He'd be a great, great character to see on screen. Yeah. But when I say mine, Casey, you're going to go.
I'm already doing it.
Jocasta Nu.
No.
Why not?
The librarian who tragically lost her life throwing down with our Lord Vader?
She did. But what was she doing?
Trying to start a new Jedi Order.
What better person to start a new Jedi Order with is the little baby Yoda that you saved from Order 66.
The son of Yoda and Yaddle.
Be a nice cornerstone to start your new Jedi Order on.
Sure. I saw a different lineage where it's Yoda and the female gremlin.
Yeah, I see that too.
That's great.
How about this one?
All right.
So I was really, really high the other night, like fucking baked.
Sure.
I was blasted.
I ate a gummy and I forgot I ate it. And Shannon rolled a joint. And I was like, yeah, I'll take some of it. And I was like, oh, God. All right.
Double dipping.
So she brought up the fact, she was like, hey, did Baby Yoda get a name? Like, she was on Instagram or something. I'm like, yeah, I did, so we were talking about it. And she was like, well, where did he come from? She's asking all these questions because she's high. She doesn't remember any of it. She was fucking high. She asks really great questions when she's high. No other time. So, and I'm like, well, so I'm diving. And then I thought, she was like, well, who saved him? I was like, well, I have a theory. Jocasta Nu. Who's that? Blah, blah, blah. And then I went, you know who else it could have been? Palpatine.
No.
Think about it. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me on this.
You were high.
I was. Palpatine he was Senator Palpatine at the time of Order 66. This resurrection.
No, he wasn't.
No, he'd already taken over.
He's Chancellor.
Yeah, he was Chancellor.
He was Chancellor. Sorry. Yeah, what I meant was, I am the Senate. That's the guy I'm talking about. Okay.
So you're correct in saying, well, he's not a senator. He's the Senate.
Yeah. Sure. So he's had this resurrection plan in the works for a while. He knows that when Order 66 is enacted, Grogu could be killed. So he orders Grogu to be taken off-world or somewhere else because he's going to be the linchpin in Operation Bring Back Palps.
No. You'd want to send him somewhere a little more secure, like a science
What's more secure
facility.
than Palpatine? He's ruling the fucking galaxy.
Yeah, but Baby Yoda would he's just floating around for a while. Like,
how did they get him to begin with?
We don't know how they got him.
Exactly.
Probably
Maybe
they murdered.
Always had him.
But it's been like 5. I don't think they've had him for 5 years or however long it's been.
He was on Coruscant for 22 years.
Yeah.
I don't know if Palpatine would put something like that into action. I mean, he has plans for a continuance of the Empire after he's dead, but I don't know if his hubris would allow for a plan where he's resurrected.
Well,
I don't know.
We've kind of seen that. We've seen that in episode 4. The genetic grafting. When they were using, the test tubes.
Yeah. You don't know that's him. That could be Moff Gideon, like alone.
But that plan could have started after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Like, shit. Palpatine ate dust. All right, well, let's start this.
My girlfriend subscribes to the theory that Moff Gideon is trying to make himself Force sensitive. That could be a completely independent course of action.
Could be.
Interesting.
But Palp saving Baby Yoda, I mean, that would be something.
It would.
I'll give you that.
Yeah,
you would see it coming.
You would not see it coming.
Now I would.
Call me Filoni. I got more weed and gummies. I got stories for you for days, boy.
Yeah.
By the way, Debo asked who trained Mace.
I don't know who trained Mace. I'm gonna assume Yoda, because Yoda gets his hands in pretty much everybody. Like, Yoda trained Dooku. Yoda trained Qui-Gon. Yoda trained Obi-Wan. Like, he trains all the younglings. Yeah. Like, whether you know. And he's been training Jedi for over 500 years, maybe more. Yeah. It's a good question, though.
Yeah, I'm really kind of surprised you don't know, Casey. I'm just kind of shocked.
Never talk about it.
Believe it or not, Mace Windu is not one of my favorite characters.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't really do a whole lot if you think about it.
In the movies, he was terrible. It was such a waste of Samuel L. Jackson.
I agree.
Yeah, he was pretty bad at the Battle of Geonosis.
So we're gonna say Mace Windu's best moment is in the worst movie.
Yeah,
he had some.
He was better in the animated stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like when he single-handedly destroys a giant robot thing with just like force punching it or whatever. That was pretty badass.
What is it? Shatterpoint, the novel.
Is that canon anymore?
I don't know if it's canon. It was a badass story.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Because he's like Karnak.
Yeah, he sees the weaknesses and stuff.
Yeah, see, a lot of people don't know that about Mace. Like, I mean, if a guy can see, he's kind of like Midnighter, or like I said, Karnak.
I'll tell you something. Didn't save his ass from getting his arm chopped off and being thrown out a fucking window.
Nope.
Did he get his arm chopped off?
Yeah. Anakin cut it off.
All right.
Because Mace went to strike.
We have seen Palpatine fall down a fucking shaft, live. Yeah. We have seen Darth Maul cut in motherfucking half, fall down a shaft, and live.
Yep.
Mace getting thrown a few dozen stories, and he's alive. Oh, well, Lucas and who plays Mace Windu?
Sam Jackson?
Sam Jackson, they confirmed it. He's still alive.
No.
Yeah. Google it.
Citation needed.
Citation
needed, my friend. No way.
All right, y'all carry on.
Let me tell you something. If they confirm,
I've got to prove him wrong.
You're telling me they confirmed Mace Windu's alive and they haven't used him at all in anything.
Yes.
What are they saving him for? Huh?
I don't know.
Nothing.
They probably just said it. They were just like, yeah, he's still alive.
What am I looking up? I don't forget.
George Lucas was like,
is Mace Windu dead?
Yeah.
Is he actually alive?
Listen, blessed be the Wikipedia. Yeah. They are never wrong.
That is true.
Died 19 BBY, Coruscant. Boom. Lightning out a window.
Not looking great for you. Trivia Trav.
Okay. This ain't no George
All
Lucas.
All right, let's see here.
I'm sure Boba Fett, he used his jetpack. He got out of the Sarlacc eventually. Someone else will write the story, but yeah, that's out there in the galaxy now. You can run with that. Nah, dude.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
He's toast.
All right.
But
it does say at the end, Jackson revealed that he just imagined Mace Windu survived the encounter, but that really doesn't mean much when considering Star Wars canon. Jackson spoke with Entertainment Weekly further about the matter and said Jedi can fall from amazing distances, and there's a long history of one-handed Jedi, so why not? Jackson believing Windu is alive is one thing, but apparently an idea Jackson had also ran by George Lucas. Now, if we get George Lucas saying it, are we good?
No, he doesn't have a stake in it anymore.
It's true. When did he say it?
All right, hold on. Who was just fine? Who was just fine with Windu being alive? The actor explained. George was like, "I'm cool with that. You can be alive." But he also pointed out what we're already thinking. George doesn't have anything to do with it anymore.
Yeah.
All right.
So that was never the intention. It was just after the fact. He's like, yeah, sure, why not? He could be alive. No.
This could be a whole show here talking about why he's
true.
alive.
Now, that could be an interesting story if, like, he was so just became, like, such a broken individual after, like, all that happened that he's just, like, went in uber Kenobi mode where he's just, like...
a Jedi going into hiding after failing?
Yeah, I know.
Come
Never
on.
happens.
Yeah, who would write that shit?
Nah, come on.
But like,
Awful.
Crazy, like just goes absolute batshit crazy in isolation or something like that. That'd be Sam Jackson actually gets to like have emotions
and say motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what happens to Jedi when they go to isolation. They just start shooting motherfuckers all over the place.
So, in The Mandalorian, a show that we're definitely talking about.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Din Djarin and the Baby Yod have been directed to go to this planet where Ahsoka Tano is fighting against the
lady with a stick.
Yeah, he's fighting a lady with a stick. No. She has to fight basically a whole town that's under the control of this magistrate. And she's on a mission to find, as we find out, Grand Admiral Thrawn. So I don't think she's like marooned there or stranded there or in hiding there. She's a woman on a mission.
Mm-hmm.
Din goes to seek her out. They get in a little bit of a scrap, and we get a definite confirmation that Beskar is lightsaber resistant because he is Wonder Womaning those blows. Let me tell you.
Mm-hmm. I guess the buttons are also resistant to the lightsaber.
Yeah,
too.
everything is
on that.
That's wild that they brought that back too. I mean, we had a whole bit last week where we're talking about, hey, what are lightsaber resistant materials? And it's like, well, here's another one for you.
I mean, it would have been a pretty short episode if he put his arms up to block and then it just cut his head off. Like, oh, damn. And then she's stuck with a kid.
Yeah.
And that's how we get our spinoff show.
That's it.
Do you want to know who trained Mace Windu?
Please enlighten me.
Wikipedia. Is that good?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
That's a result.
First, I should point out I didn't doubt that he had a master. Let's make that clear.
No, I was curious too. I didn't know who it was. I had to look it up.
Well, I'm assuming that whoever it is from. They did a one shot about Mace Windu in New Canon, right? In the comics.
Yep.
Didn't read it. Should have, but I didn't.
Yep. And actually, he's got a little picture here. God, the art was fucking terrible, but he's at age 14. But anyway,
Mace?
Yeah, it's Mace. Said like in all the order, the young Koran boy was taught by Grandmaster Yoda when he was a learner, and eventually went on to become a Padawan to another Jedi. At one point during his apprenticeship, Windu trained under Master Tara Sa, S-A-A.
Tara Sa.
T'_RASAA.
Okay.
I've never heard of him. But yeah, that's who trained Mace Windu.
All right.
Okay.
Oh,
fair enough.
Oh, that's Legends. You're still wrong. You fool.
It's Wikipedia.
You're looking on Legends, man.
It's Wikipedia.
No, the answer is Sislin Mir. You're on the wrong tab, my friend.
Dude, I just clicked on her and it said she was a master of Mace Windu.
Is it in Legends?
It's Wikipedia.
Yeah, but is it Wikipedia? Is there a Legends tab?
Is it Legends or is it canon, baby?
I don't see Legends tab anywhere.
Couldn't.
Oh, I do see Legends.
Son of a bitch.
Golly.
It's a lot, man.
Dude.
Imagine having to know 2 histories.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Right?
stupid.
Stupid. Anyway, The Mandalorian. Again, a show that we're definitely talking about.
I mean, that was a fun little fight between the two of them. Because, you know, she gets in close and, what's his only, in close thing? Okay, flamethrower.
Yeah.
And then he gives her the old whip around, and then she just jumps over a tree.
I love the little grapple move. You know, Boba used it on Luke. It's like poetry. It rhymes.
It's very Batman-ish.
It's pretty rad.
I mean,
she's totally Batman. You love it.
No, that was badass. I mean, I'd like for it to be another 6 or 7 seconds longer, but
yeah, it was very, very short, but it was neat for what it was.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't understand, the Mandalorians fought the Jedi for years. Yeah, and it's kind of like a lot of people think, well, fucking, they couldn't stand against Jedi. Well, they did. Yeah. So it'd be cool to see, because they're crafty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're very crafty. The only problem with our Mando is that he's never fought a Jedi before.
Right.
So it'll be
he was calling them sorcerers a season ago.
Space wizards and
They're
shit.
wizards.
They're wizards, man.
Spizzards.
Abracadabra.
Yeah. So but then we got the communication scene where we start to get the backstory and all that jazz, and then we had the cool moment where she's trying to do the trainee thing, or at least see if he has abilities, and then Armando has to be the one with the little metal ball, which was some nice foreshadowing at the beginning of the episode where he puts it in his pocket and then pulls it back.
How convenient.
Yeah, I know, right? And that's when she says, I'm not going to train this kid.
Can't train this kid.
Nope. Can't do it.
He's too attached. He's a little baby.
And Mando's dumb for then saying, hey, I'll help you, take over that town if you do this for me. If you do what I want you to do. And then he just took her word for it, even though she said, I'm not going to do that. Seemed pretty adamant about not doing it, and then believed her.
Everybody in this fucking universe, nobody knows how to hold to a deal besides Mando.
Big time Welchin.
Yeah, everybody.
Bo-Katan, now Ahsoka. It's like, no, you don't get to change the terms after I've already done. I've held up my end.
Yeah.
And then Mando's like, thank you. Like, no, dude, I'd be pissed.
Now, to be fair, Mando tends to word his deals in a very specific way when it's meant to fuck with somebody, like the dude paw. With the traffic light.
Oh,
he's like, no, I swore I wasn't going to kill you, and then he just shoots the light, and then a bunch of monsters kill him. So it's like a technicality.
Yeah.
He's technically not history's greatest monster.
Good point.
Only technically.
Yeah.
So Casey, this magistrate that has this, which I may be jumping ahead a little bit, but when Mando, when he enters the compound, it's obviously not being ran well. People are fucking being strung up and electrocuted like cattle.
Yeah, it sucks.
It didn't seem like it was a very big town.
Not at all.
It seemed like it was 10 houses.
I wouldn't even call it a fucking town.
No.
It's like I don't know,
it's an outpost.
Yeah. But the magistrate has this. She offers him as payment this solid Beskar spear.
And she's like, "Oh, this isn't your Age of the Empire. This is some classic. This is Beskar classic."
And it was cool too.
Shit.
I was thinking, man, it looks like Beskar, but it can't be. And then when he fucking hits it on his other part of his armor on his arm, and it makes that boom, and then he's like, you can see Mando get a hard on, right? And shit, he's like, oh, it's Beskar. Is she somebody in Legends canon or who?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I've never seen her before.
I mean, that's a pretty fucking badass weapon. Where does she get that at?
Yeah. And she's pretty good at using it.
Well, I mean, she's ravaged worlds compared to Ahsoka. Now was that with Thrawn, I guess?
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, again, she was pretty formidable. I was surprised that she was like somebody new that they introduced in the show. I figured she might have a backstory.
Yeah, it says she was integral in the formation of She was instrumental in the construction of the Imperial Navy during the reign of the Galactic Empire. So she was like a hot shot in the old Empire, and I guess she's still part of the remnant working under Thrawn.
Right.
Which is cool. I mean, and she can fight, but I got to tell you, Jedi are real dumb. Because when you can move shit with your mind,
just take the fucking spear.
Just take the spear.
Fucking take the spear. Or just pick her up in the air and put her in the water.
Yeah.
And just
dunk her just a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not asking for like the moon and the stars here.
Now maybe it's
a force push.
Sort of,
I mean,
yeah. Maybe it's like an honorable thing because she's just like, all right, this lady doesn't have force powers, you know. It would be unfair for me to totally obliterate her.
I don't want to cheat with my cool mind powers or anything.
Yeah, fuck that.
She just picks up a tree and beats her to death with it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you know, like you do.
Yeah.
Well, you know, that was what pissed me off about some of the fight scenes in the new movies when it come to Rey and Kylo and them. Like, they weren't using their force ability. It was like cool lightsaber moves. I get it. But, like, they weren't even, like, doing force jumps or throwing their lightsaber and bringing it back. You know what I mean? Like, dude, force is the biggest thing you have.
Sword fight.
Yeah, it's a straightforward sword fight, which looks great, sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing that has that iconic sound like two lightsabers hitting each other. Sure. But I thought it was a great fight scene. I really, really did.
Yeah.
But I was still pissed off. I'm like, nah, that's not how they would do it. You know what I mean?
And Ahsoka doesn't strike me as the type of person that would give a shit about, like, let's have honorable combat.
Anymore.
Yeah.
She may at one time, but like I said, I don't think, you know, like I said, she was marking fools earlier. She'd mark that bitch if she got a chance.
Yeah.
So,
no, unless she wanted to, like, humiliate her by beating her at her own game.
Well, she needed information too. So
true. She wasn't going to try and kill her.
Yeah, she wasn't going to kill her yet.
Yeah.
You know, until, you know, she got the information. Yeah, cool ass fights. Maybe I don't know, maybe the best fight scene of the season?
Pretty good. Best? I don't know, man. What do you consider a fight scene? Because, like, them fighting the Krayt Dragon was pretty rad.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Just like a one-on-one fight scene.
A one-on-one? Yeah, I'll give you the one-on-one.
Yeah. We haven't had too many of those, so, and usually they're very, very short. So,
right.
But I mean, that particular scene was fun also because of the fact that we had Mando and Kyle Reese standing out front and just sort of like
chilling,
waiting out what was going on.
See, but I felt like they had to put. Did they have to put Mando in the background like that? Because I felt like that's what they did.
Oh, like, yeah.
We're just you two staring at each other. When Mando could have murked him early. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We could have. Yeah. I mean, I don't think Mando ever trusted that guy, and the guy had a shotgun. Mando's just like waiting. He's just like, all right, just come on, give me a reason. Just give me a reason.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed. I was a little disappointed in B-Hands. You know, like they didn't just allow him to do much. Mando didn't do much.
No, not really.
You know,
but I mean, we kind of figured that it was gonna. I mean, it's directed by Filoni. It's gonna be Ahsoka centric.
It's the Ahsoka show.
Yeah, it's gonna be
co-starring the Mandalorian.
I've got no problem with that. I really don't.
Yeah. Plus, it serves as a jumping off point for a spinoff.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, as you were saying, have no idea who this lady is.
Yeah.
But if you make her a focal point of the episode and she's a badass, well, you just, because Mando is the highest rated and most popular show on Disney Plus, not even close. So if you get another show like that, that maybe can even alternate with Mando, so that way in the off season of Mando they have Ahsoka or whatever. If they can just keep pumping those out and keep people.
Well, then you're gonna have Obi-Wan. You know, Obi-Wan. They're gonna be bringing that season in soon.
Yep.
All right. So we're almost at the end of the episode, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
She wins. Sets the town free. The little weird neighbor guy that was always like never wanted to say anything, but was always wanting to be in shit. He becomes magistrate now.
Wait, is it? No, is that him?
It's the Keymaster from Matrix.
Yeah.
Same dude.
Oh wow.
Or the Keymaker. It's a Keymaker.
Keymaker. Yeah, I think it was Keymaker. I believe that's right.
Yeah, Keymaster's from Ghostbusters.
But now she sends.
I thought that was Ghostbusters.
After Ahsoka reneges yet again on her deal with Mando, she sends him to Tython.
Yeah. Now that's a planet that I knew.
Really?
Yeah, because of the games, like what is it? Something Jedi Outcast 2 or whatever. Like you go to Tython. I'm pretty sure in that game.
Was it?
I think so.
I don't remember.
In one of I know for a fact that there is some sort of.
It's only been mentioned once in canon.
Okay.
And that was in Dr. Afra.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't remember where I first heard about it.
Tython.
Yeah, she was hunting an artifact on Tython.
Okay.
And that's like the only thing. Now, it has been mentioned in Legends, apparently, but I'm not familiar.
Okay.
So.
Okay, so it was in Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Old Republic. Yeah.
It's part of that's where you start the Jedi Knight character. Like if you play a Jedi Knight, you start on the planet Tython, I think.
Oh. Okay.
So Tython was the home of the Jedi Temple before Coruscant?
Yeah. Pretty sure. There was also one on Coruscant, but
that's what I said.
I think Tython's the oldest one. It gets like burned down in the games.
Well, I thought Octo is the oldest one, which is why Luke is there. Right? Is that not?
Was there a temple there, or was it just strong in the Force? I can't remember.
I feel like it was the location of the first Jedi temple. But
okay, it could have been.
Now I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but I feel like out of all the planets to go there, I feel like that would be the reason because it's the first one.
Yeah. Well, she's sitting there to sit on the Seeing Stone. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Now, what would be funny is if it's literally the same spot in the game where you build your lightsaber, because you do go to the top of a mountain in Star Wars: The Old Republic on Tython to build your lightsaber. So that'd be kind of funny.
Sweet. Yeah.
So I assume I'm kind of not 100% sure what's going to happen when he sits on the stone. And she basically says he chooses his own path. I don't know what that means. I guess the stone's either going to speak to him, but they make it sound like the other, because she makes mention of there's not a whole lot of other Jedi out there. So it's like, is it going to be like a beacon to other Jedi when he sits on this fucking stone?
Could be. So
y'all don't know either. Like
who
we're
will
assuming.
Answer?
Not sure.
What?
I don't know. People have also said that Cal Kestis might answer. He's the protagonist from Fallen Order, played by Cameron Monaghan. So it would be super easy to get, an actual actor who they base the character on in the video game to show up in live action. Because he ends that game, spoilers, with, the motivation to start a new Jedi Order too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that going around and not a lot of people really succeeding on that.
Yeah.
Here's my hot take.
By the way, Vader did go to Tython at one point, and it is canon.
Okay.
And it also says that Tython was the site of the Jedi Order's first temple.
Okay.
And then during the Galactic Civil War, Dr. Lona Afra led Darth Vader to Tython's ice cap to mislead him to the location of the Rebel Alliance main base, which was actually on Hoth. So that's how it's in canon. So
it was in the Doffer comic.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Very cool.
All right. Here's my hot take.
Ready. Do it. Hit me.
Grogu goes, sits on the fucking stone. Who's out looking for Jedi information and relics at this point?
Luke?
Jocasta knew.
Oh. Luke. Luke shows up.
Are you gonna go into Sebastian Stan?
Yes, Sebastian Stan has been secretly filming scenes for The Mandalorian. He's going to be young Luke. He is going to take Grogu at the end of the season. He's going to be restarting. He's going to go hide him away. He's going to go get him. He's going to restart the Jedi Order. He's going to be killed by Kylo Ren when Kylo Ren destroys the Jedi Order in Force Awakens, or before Force Awakens, actually, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Grogu dies. He dies. Mm-hmm. He's dead.
No,
sorry, buddy.
They will not. They will not kill the baby.
No, they won't. They won't kill him.
And they really don't
or he says he can't train him either, or he does train him, and he becomes the second Jedi Mandalorian.
I don't think he'll.
That would be dope.
Enough. I don't think he's going to age fast enough to be a Jedi.
Jump forward.
Why wouldn't
There's plenty of time.
There's plenty of time. He wouldn't have died in Order 66. He wouldn't have died when Kylo destroyed the temple.
What I'm saying is,
or the New Order.
For Grogu to get to the age where he could be like a legit Mando and Luke are dead by a long time.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Oh,
well,
so
he's
going
to go find it. He's going to go find a new order when Mando gets the Darksaber and unifies Mandalore.
Sure. You think that'll be Baby Yoda's lightsaber
look at
one day?
We're making so many assumptions tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Fucking falling down the rabbit hole. Let's go.
Scalding take.
Yeah.
Hey, be a badass fucking show then, though, wouldn't it?
Baby Yoda with a fucking dark saber.
So Dark Jin dies. We wait a year, and then we've got a, I don't know, 300-year-old fucking Mandalorian Jedi with fucking green ears sticking out of his Mando helmet.
I wouldn't mind
Fucking
seeing
throwing a saber.
Grogu getting taken at the end of the season, and like the next season, Mando is trying to find him, but we're slowly also seeing that the Empire is turning him into something that's way worse than the Emperor. Like he
Never
just goes,
gonna happen.
I know, but
it would be awesome.
Mando shows up at the end in like the father-son bond thing and brings Grogu back.
How
That'd be
heartbreaking
great.
would it be to see fucking Sith Lord Grogu over here fucking force choking Din Djarin to death? Awesome.
I mean, you'd still be like, "Aw."
A little bit.
But,
I guess.
be like, yes.
Aw.
Yeah, Disney.
so
Fuck
metal.
yeah, you rock, Disney.
Disney just got so metal.
It's just a supervillain origin. That's all you want.
I mean, he already eats babies, so whatever.
Yeah, right.
Oh, he's choked Kara. He's
He
dude.
did.
He's a little fucking. He can be a little bastard when he wants to be.
He's choking women. He's eating babies. Yeah, he's.
Yeah,
he's
I mean,
pretty
what the
dark
fuck?
and
He's stealing fucking cookies. Maybe his
True.
worst offense.
stealing cookies
Toxic
from children.
masculinity.
Fucking little shit.
He threw him up later though. So
Yeah. So again, I feel like that. This season is. I don't know where.
I don't know.
You never know what episode you're going to get, which is it's
I'll
actually
tell you,
pretty cool.
we're getting a short one next week.
Oh, are
You mean
we?
you mean this week?
30, oh yeah, this week. 32 minutes, fellas. Yep.
I feel like
Dude,
the show
that's
should be an
episode
hour.
of The Office.
Yeah, literally.
What the
Not too
fuck?
far off.
The
Huh?
Bo-Katan episode was only 32 minutes, so they
That was pretty
can
good.
pack a lot in there if they
They
want.
can.
Could.
They can.
I don't know. That show just feels like it flies by. Like it's barely any time.
So where do we think we're going?
Dude, I don't know.
I mean,
My
I know we're going to
prediction for this
Titan, but
episode
what's
was
going
totally
to
wrong.
happen?
I think Baby Yoda's gonna have a vision quest, and I hope they do something weird with it, like maybe like animated. That would be kind of cool.
Ooh.
Or like his memories, or like a cartoon, because he's a baby.
Sure.
Or the next episode is just all Baby Yoda flashback. Like they spend 5 minutes, they just get there,
Hey.
and then the next 27 minutes are just Baby
Well,
Yoda flashback.
and they're saying that his memory went dark. Maybe when he sits on this fucking rock,
He'll get it
the
back.
seeing stone or whatever it's called, he'll be
Yeah.
able to see what he hasn't been able to see because his memory went dark. And we will get a story.
Or we'll get the exact opposite of that. We'll put him on
We
the
get
stone.
nothing.
He sits there for 10 seconds, makes some googly noises, and then Mando's like, well, that was a waste of time. And then they just leave.
That would be an awesome
All built up for
episode.
nothing.
The adventures continue.
That would be fucking fantastic.
And
or
then Gideon
he
shows
sits
up.
on the seeing stone, and the next scene is fucking that Imperial destroyer coming over, fucking
Dun, dun, dun,
yeah,
dun,
and fucking Moff Gideon comes down, and there's
I don't think they're
fucking-
allowed to play the Imperial March without Vader being present.
Yeah, it seems sacrilegious if they do.
I think
Okay.
yeah, I think it might be a crime in Star Wars.
Oh,
Uh,
didn't know that.
Debo makes a great question, which I mean, I can't believe we haven't said it. There's been so many plot threads this
Yeah.
season.
There's a lot happening.
I wonder where Boba plays into all this.
I don't think he will.
I don't
There's my
either.
recurring antagonist, Boba.
I think they were literally just showing him so then they can have another spinoff, maybe.
I don't think there's going to be a spinoff. I do think he
I
will
thought
be
you said
next
there was
season.
going to be. Okay, I thought you said there was going to be a Boba spinoff.
I don't know why there couldn't be.
I mean, anything's possible.
I
when you throw
have
anything
not
at
heard
it.
of one.
I mean, the only reason you wouldn't have one is because you sort of are getting your Boba fix in
Yeah.
Mando.
Well, that's
So,
why I think he's going to show up season finale in some form or fashion, and it is going to be the beginning of. We're going to finish up this Moff Gideon storyline, and we're going to go into Boba versus Mandalorian or whatever. I don't know how,
Sure.
but I think he's going to be next season.
All right.
Okay.
I think. I don't know.
Bit weird to set him up in the first episode of the second season to only use him in the third season.
Right.
Go off, I guess.
Well, yeah, and it could be they've introduced him, so we know he's around, and then he's going to show up somewhere and save the day. I don't know.
He
or
didn't look
fuck
like
the day up.
I was gonna say he didn't look like a save the day kind of guy, but
no,
he looks like a gonna shit in your Cheerios kind of guy.
Yeah, shit in your macaroons.
Boba Fett's just here to ruin your day, folks.
Yep. Any final thoughts?
So, do you think next episode is when Gideon and the Shadow Troopers show up?
No,
I don't think so.
We only got 3 left.
That sounds like a penultimate episode.
I think you nailed it with the flashback. I think we're going to get what happened, how he survived Order 66. We're probably going to get some hooded Jedi saving him where you really can't see their face, and it's going to be,
Sebastian Stan.
Yeah,
He's too big, man. He's too big.
Who?
Mark Hamill was like 5'9", 130 pounds.
Oh, Sebastian,
yeah. Think about this. I wanted to.
Dude, they made Tom Cruise Jack Reacher.
Casey.
What?
Do you think Elijah Wood is actually like 2 feet tall?
Are you telling me they're gonna do Lord of the Rings style?
I mean, they
camera
could.
tricks to make Sebastian Stan about 20% smaller.
It's not that much smaller. Do you think anyone's gonna really notice? They'll be like,
They'll
be like, God damn, Luke got tall.
Wait. Let me just put.
What are you comparing him to?
Let me put the statistics out there, okay?
Okay.
Travis is a large gentleman. What are you? 6'2", 230?
Is he
6 foot?
I was gonna say
6 foot 245.
Okay, so a little shorter, a little denser, fine. Mark Hamill was probably 5'9", maybe 150 pounds.
Sure.
In Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
Sebastian Stan is at least 6 feet.
Okay.
And the mass of him as the Winter Soldier. Okay.
You don't think he could skinny up?
I mean, maybe he could skinny up, but I think if he's filming Falcon and Winter Soldier, he's going to be Winter Soldier sized.
Sure.
Okay. You just have loose robes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, the height thing doesn't really matter to me too much because
you can fake it. You can make Tom Cruise normal.
You can
size.
fake it, but also, what are you comparing it to be like, hey, Mark Hamill was way shorter than the Mando. Like, what character are we going to be comparing it to?
Especially if you put him in a robe.
Yeah.
And like really hiding,
now if he's like 6'7", okay, then it might be a little.
Right. It's not like we're
just towering over everybody.
It's not Lee Pace in this movie.
It's not a giant.
Right.
I don't know. I just feel like the face, it's there.
Sure.
Know?
Yeah.
I think
sure.
I think he could do it.
He's a total dead. Yeah.
I think it's
totally
fucking weird. Like I never seen it like that before until that Boss Logic post on Instagram. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That is young Luke.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so before we get to final thoughts, I do want to talk about this because I thought there were some interesting cases to be made. Is who would you cast as Thrawn?
Apparently Sacha Baron Cohen, according to Debo.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that name thrown around a lot.
I don't know.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's intimidating enough.
There's a couple easy ones.
I agree.
Obviously, you could just get Lars Mikkelsen.
Yep.
Who does his voice in Rebels.
Yep.
You could get Mads Mikkelsen, who basically you hire his brother because you don't want to pay the big A-list actor money for Mads, but you get somebody who sounds pretty similar. They used Pierce Brosnan as a reference on...
You can't use Mads Mikkelsen because he's already in Star Wars canon.
That's true. He's Galen Erso.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good call. They used the likeness of Pierce Brosnan for Thrawn in, I think, a poster that they used at Comic-Con. You can look it up. It's weird. Just Google Pierce Brosnan Thrawn. And it's like kind of believable, but he also looks a lot older. Like they used young Pierce Brosnan, so it's a little different.
I like Cumberbatch.
I don't like Cumberbatch.
Love it.
No.
I was thinking about
he's
Cumberbatch,
fucking Thrawn.
I don't.
He could pull it off, probably.
He could do it. I don't know if I want to see it though.
No, I mean he's A-list, so they're not getting him.
No.
Fassbender. I thought Michael Fassbender would be a good one.
Too big.
I could see.
about he's A-list.
Yeah.
What about Tom Hiddleston?
I don't. Maybe I don't find him particularly intimidating.
Well, maybe not necessarily that, but I also think he's too animated of an actor. You know, Thrawn is very like ice cold and reserved.
Did you see him in King Kong? Skull Island?
Well, yes, but I feel like it would be a waste to get it. I feel like it would be a waste to use Tom Hiddleston in maybe his one Star Wars role you're going to get out of him ever.
Yeah.
When he's not going to be sort of like a manic, very like intense emotional character.
Sure.
Like Thrawn can get mad and upset, but like he's pretty much on an even keel all the time.
What about Hugh Laurie?
What about Jesse Eisenberg?
No,
he's really good at being intimidating. I mean, if he's good enough for Lex Luthor, he's good enough for.
He wasn't good enough for Lex Luthor.
He was not. You are mistaken.
No, the movie sucks.
I like Laurie and I like Jason Isaacs too.
Jason Isaacs is great. He's great in everything.
Yeah, he's great in everything.
I don't know if I could take him seriously as Hugh. I don't think I could take Hugh Laurie seriously in it because I just loved him as House so much.
Oh yeah,
I think he'd do great,
but he's a fucking asshole.
Yeah, he is an asshole. Yeah,
and I think he could pull off authoritarian Thrawn perfectly.
Yeah,
probably. Yeah,
because he's the smartest man in the room, just like Hugh Laurie or House is the smartest man in the room.
I think it would be a mistake to incorporate Thrawn in this. Because if you do the Thrawn, like a Thrawn story arc where, okay, it's the Imperial Remnant, they're making a grand stand against the New Republic. Like, isn't that way too
after Rebels? Him and Ezra are missing. No one knows where they went, right?
Well, they
do now.
Sent, I guess they do now, yeah. But they got sent like beyond the Outer Rim with space whales. It's weird.
Okay.
Yeah,
but
weird.
But I think that story incorporating Grand Admiral Thrawn and like the resurgence of the Imperial Remnant against the totality of the New Republic, it's too big scale for something like Mandalorian. Like the charm of the show is, it's individual, it's personal stories.
Well, I don't think he's going to be in Mandalorian. I think he's going to be in Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You don't think they would even use him?
No, I think her mentioning Thrawn's name was all
set up
trailer for her spinoff series.
It's bait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
So, again though, probably still too big for that story.
I mean, maybe, yeah.
I mean, how much more money is Ahsoka's miniseries going to have as opposed to what we spent on Mandalorian? You know what I mean?
To be honest with you, I'm even a little surprised that they're doing it anyway, because Thrawn's story in canon is a little different than his story in what Legends was, because there's this whole agenda where he has like maybe a secret allegiance with his original people, the Chiss, all along.
Yeah.
Because he's definitely he pretends to be exiled on a planet before the Empire even discovers him. And then it's sort of like he's sort of riding the fence and Palpatine's cool with it because he's like, okay, well, you can tell whatever information you want to your people as long as you give me all the information you have about what lies beyond the edge of the galaxy.
Right.
Because he can only see so far. To use him, I don't know if Thrawn's allegiance would extend enough to want to rebuild the Empire. I feel like once it falls, he's like, okay, I'll just go back to my people who are presumably fine doing their own thing beyond the Outer Rim.
Maybe.
I just don't think this version of Thrawn believes strong enough in the Empire's mission to want to resurrect it after the Emperor's gone.
And we're assuming he could still be with the Empire, but he may not be.
Yeah, he may be his own thing. It's all speculative.
And I feel like she's on the hunt for him because she's looking for Ezra.
Yeah.
That's her mission, and he's part of that end game. So, yeah, he may very well not even be a part of the Empire anymore. I mean, we're kind of assuming that.
Yeah.
But, that's, again, that's assumption. She said nothing this episode to make us think that they're, still in cahoots. You know what I mean?
We don't even know if Gideon is aligned with Thrawn. I read an interesting theory that he might be actively working against Thrawn. That's the whole reason that he's got dark troopers and he's doing Force-sensitive experiments.
Okay.
Well, that he could, The
Empire
could be
it does make sense that Gideon would be working for Palpatine.
Yeah.
I would buy that more than I would,
Where were we talking about that Palpatine had a few, like, when he died, like, there was only a few of his most trusted inner circle that knew about his resurrection plans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so Gideon was one of those generals, admirals, whatever, that was, you know, look, this is what you're going to be doing, you know, as a contingency when we fall.
Yeah.
And then, like, 3 other admirals, or how many ever, like splinter cells.
Again, that's,
you know what I mean?
also, you know, another kind of maybe, because
Sure.
everybody, I mean, Cara Dune is the only person we get it from, but we're under the impression that Moff Gideon was executed at the end of the war, meaning he was captured at some point, right?
Right.
So, you know, who knows if there was a more grand plan, or if, like, this is.
There's a lot about this motherfucker we don't know. We don't know how he got out of that. We don't know how he got the dark saber.
We need 2 flashbacks real bad. We need Baby Yoda flashback, and we need the Night of 1,000 Tears.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is. I don't see. Now I'm confused, because there's Mandalore has so many catastrophes that have happened to it over the years. I mix up all the names.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the Night of 1,000 Tears is the Moff Gideon takes over or raises Mandalore. I believe that's what it is. But again,
now we don't know how he got the dark saber.
Well, I assume we know he took it from someone, from Bo-Katan or something.
We figured he took it from Bo-Katan.
Yeah.
But that was all before the Night of 1,000 Tears.
Wait,
so
was it, or was it at the Night of 1,000 Tears?
No, it wouldn't have been then.
Okay.
Bo-Katan had it after Night of 1,000 Tears.
Okay.
So
my Mando timeline is all screwed up.
Well, I just, you know, from just where this show takes place, 9,000 Tears has already happened.
Right.
Okay. Boca's had it since then. So he stole it from her, which I think she basically says in the episode. Because that's who she's looking for.
Right. Because she wants to know where it is, because she knows that he probably has it.
Okay.
Because,
so I don't see him taking it from her like it should be in one-on-one combat, like how it's usually done.
Yeah, because what is there honorable about this guy? He doesn't believe in that.
Nothing. I believe he stole it for sure. Yeah. Again, we need those answers.
Give me some flashbacks.
You know what I mean? Need some flashbacks, man. Give us some flashbacks. I love good fucking flashback. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. Final thoughts.
What would I give the episode? Solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd agree. Probably an 8 or a 9.
Yeah.
I enjoyed a lot about it.
Perfectly serviceable episode. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it, really.
Everything I expected.
A little Mando light, but that's to be expected for what it was. As an Ahsoka jumping off point.
I'm channeling my inner Stevie
Wonder.
For all you young cats, don't even worry about it.
Blind musician.
I really don't like how Mando was put in the background. It's his fucking show.
I hear you.
But I'm super stoked that they used the Jedi. And I'm not the biggest Ahsoka fan.
By the way, was the lightsaber sound different? It sounded a little different to me, but
you mean the swinging whoosh or the igniting?
No,
whoosh?
when it ignites, yeah.
You know, I didn't know.
It sounded different to me. Okay.
Maybe it's because they're white, which is cool.
Oh yeah,
super cool.
She unbled them.
Love the opening. I'm gonna give it an 8. I'll give it an 8 because I love that opening. Yeah. Thought it was fucking badass, and I love the fight scene at the end. So really good action. We get a few more crumbs that actually really don't mean anything. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like, oh, Thrawn, oh, Grogu, oh, yeah. What's it mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Doesn't mean a whole lot.
So many people are upset about the name. They're like, "What kind of a name is that?" And I'm like, "It's a perfectly cromulent name."
But isn't it weird that isn't there a Dragon Ball Z character called Goku or something like that?
It's Goku.
It's Goku.
There you go.
But I mean, I
don't you talk shit on Goku, greatest fighter in the universe.
If you said like, oh, this character like Grogu Gasparian, like I'd be like, okay, like yeah, that sounds like a Star Wars name. Like
like Lando Calrissian.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know, like what were you expecting?
Yeah, because this is the fucking culture we live in. Everybody wants to bitch.
Fair.
They can't just go, I don't like it. You like it? Oh, that's fucking awesome. I don't like it.
I don't know why people are like so insistent.
I'm cool with it.
Like I don't know why you would like champion calling him Baby Yoda. Like we called him that just because like it makes.
They didn't have a
sense.
name. It was a stand-in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then they got attached to the name.
I don't even.
I still don't see people calling him Grogu. He's going to be the child or Baby Yoda still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I exclusively see
on.
people call him Baby Yoda. I barely even see people refer to him as the child unless it's.
Oh yeah, I never see that.
Yeah.
I never see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I give it an 8. I thought it was good. You know, fan service for sure.
Big time.
But they're continuing to tell a story, and I kind of like the fact that every week we kind of speculate, which we did know Ahsoka was coming this episode, so that was kind of easy. But we really didn't know it would go down the way it did.
Thrawn is the real twist of this episode.
What?
Yeah. Just the mention of Thrawn is the real twist.
Oh, sure. Fucking bomb drop to me.
Yeah.
You know, because where's your boss? Where's your boss? Where's Admiral Thrawn? I was like, ooh. Like, I was pumped about that. I was like, holy shit, you know? So we're going to get a live action Thrawn, which is really, really cool.
Don't ruin it. Don't you ruin it, Star Wars.
Yeah, no shit.
This is like the one good thing you've done, like the one really excellent thing that you've done. Do not ruin it.
Right. So, yeah. And maybe they'll keep these, you know, same type of formulas, which you can't do the same walking the earth kind of lone wolf and cub deal that you're doing with Mando with Obi-Wan or Ahsoka. You know what I mean? So I'm curious to see what they do next. But I'm in. I mean, like I said, I feel like this is one of the best things that they've done in the last, you know, fucking 30 years. Other than Rogue One, you know, that's an argument.
Yeah.
But other than that, I
will defend Solo until I die. I love that movie. I don't know why. I really don't.
You'll go down in flames.
What if the Obi-Wan show is like Three's Company, where it's just him and like two Jawas,
two droids,
and a Tusken,
and a Tusken. Him, a Jawa and a Tusken, and
living in one of those little igloos, little
he
sand
can't
igloos.
leave the planet, and he's not going to get in any shenanigans. So it's literally just day-to-day life, like just trying.
Dude,
it's
I
like
don't know, man. Tatooine is like
it's a
East St. Louis.
Yeah, but he's trying to hide out.
It's fucking always some shit going on in Tatooine.
But he's not trying to bring attention to himself.
I mean, why can't we go to a planet that looks like Hawaii? You know what I mean? Like, what a ocean, like Octu.
I was gonna say,
pretty.
Maybe that's what Alderaan looked like, and maybe that's really why the Empire destroyed it. There's no fun planets allowed in the Empire.
It's too pretty.
Awesome.
It's stupid.
All right, guys, Dennis, tell people where they can find you at.
You can find me on most social media things at World's Most Okayest DM, except for Twitter, which is World's Okayest DM. You can also find me at Botched, a D&D podcast on all your podcatchers, as well as patreon.com/botchedpodcast, and on Twitch at Botched Podcast, where Monday nights we watch movies. This past Monday night we watched Escape from New York. And then Tuesday, we have our normal show. So, yeah, check it out.
Awesome.
Twitch.tv/botchedpodcast.
Casey.
Me, the ever gregarious sidekick of the Blazing Defender. You can find me whenever Travis needs a guest spot on his own show, but you can more commonly find me on Button Smash, a video game podcast from the Rogue Matter Network. Again, also where you can find most podcatchers. We talk about mostly video games, but when there's not a lot of video game news, which you might imagine there is not in quarantine, especially when I can't get a fucking PS5, we talk about all kinds of stuff. We'll probably even be talking about Mando ourselves. So if you got your finger on the pulse of pop culture, come check us out. Button Smash, twitch.tv/WeAreRogueMatter, Thursdays at 9-ish.
Very cool. And I am the Blazing Defender. I actually had a Blazing Defender show this morning at 9 a.m.
I was going to say, did you do another test?
No, it was actually a show.
You did an actual show at 9 a.m.?
Show at 9 a.m. I grabbed my coffee. I called it the Comics and Coffee edition.
Oh, didn't even watch it because I just assumed at 9 a.m. it was just a damn test again.
Yeah, that's what somebody else said. Well, I previewed. I got to figure out what's going on with my multi-stream. It's not multi-streaming over on Facebook. So what I'm doing is I'm doing preview shows on Facebook to get that audience to come over to Twitch, which typically I'm multi-streaming. Asked me for create a gaming page on Facebook. I did that, and I looked at it just a minute ago, and it still didn't stream to Facebook. So I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, I talked about just a few books that I read last night for this morning's show. It was a lot of Batman. It's Batman Catwoman, the new Batman comic that's came out, and Deceased Dead Planet. I was talking to Casey right before the show about it. It's a fantastic book by Tom Taylor.
I've been sold.
Yeah, Casey's like, I'm in.
I'm
6 issues, I'm in. Let's go. I'm curious what you think about it. But yeah, so what I do is I read comic books every week. I get on and I tell you guys what I thought about them. There's also it's called Frozen Endless Winter or something like that. The new Justice League book. Fucking terrible, awful. It's fucking shit. I could draw with my left hand better than the artwork was. Sorry, whoever did the artwork. You really shouldn't be doing artwork for comic books. But again,
stop your entire career. Give up.
Just stop. Just fucking
hurting America.
Like it hurt my eyes bled. Like there was blood coming out of my eyes at the end of that comic because it was just so fucking bad. But anyway, that's the kind of brutal honesty that I give you. So, but with the things I really like. And if you've watched the show, you know that. But I've got Thor and a bunch of other comics that I'll be doing maybe a part 2 this week to let you know about those books, because there's some new stuff this week also that I really want to check out, and I want to let you know if it's worth picking up or not. Man, money's tight, man. Come on, we ain't got them stimulus checks to be throwing around yet.
$3.99 a book. Come on,
dude. Yes, and I cut my pulls big time today. I'm like, look, man, this book. And it's going to be a new segment on my show also. It's going to be called The Pull List. If I add something, I'm going to tell you what I added. And when I let something go, I'm going to tell you why I let it go. What's that?
Said save that money for March.
Exactly. Yeah. There you go. See? We're going to be doing a lot of stuff with Dennis in the near future too. So be looking for that. Follow me on all the social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter as well. And I usually put out when I'm going to have a show. Sometimes it might be 10 minutes before I go live, but if you hit that subscribe button or you hit that notification button, you'll always know when I post or I go live. With that, guys, world's crazy place. Treat people like you would want to be treated, and everything will just get a little better a little bit at a time. All right, guys, stay safe. Wash your fucking hands, you filthy animals. And everybody have a great rest of your week. Peace.